In case you missed PTW Wrestling this past Friday night in Paris, Kentucky, the Voodoo Child Stevie Phillips made his glorious and triumphant return to PTW. And I have to admit, when I turned around and I seen Stevie Phillips standing in the middle of the PTW ring, I was shocked. I was really shocked because, I figured after the ass whipping that me and Larry D gave you a couple months ago, Stevie, I never figured we'd see your ugly face in Paris, Kentucky again. But I turned around and there you stood. So kudos to you. You got me on that one. But then you proceed to get in the ring and you get on the microphone and you tell us all how everything that we're doing wrong in life. And then you stand up there and you tell everybody how Stevie Phillips is the 16-year wrestling veteran. Now let me tell you this. Don't you ever, I mean ever, insinuate that Stan Sierra hasn't earned his way in this business, because I'll take Mr. Higgins here and I'll split your head wide open. And I'll do it in the middle of the wrestling ring. I'll do it back in the locker room, or I'll meet you out in the parking lot when you get out of your car and I'll beat your ass right out in the parking lot. It don't make no difference to me. But then you proceed with jokes. Then you become a jokester. And you're like, well, while Stan Sierra was sitting on the couch watching soap operas, I was out kicking butt. And I'm a 16-year veteran. Well, let me tell you something, Stevie. Nobody cares that you're a 16-year veteran. And nobody cares about Stevie Phillips. And if my memory doesn't serve me right, you're the one that got me off of that couch. And you said, come on back to wrestling, Stan. Come on back. So you know what? I came back. And I've been very successful. And then you proceed to say, well, Stan Sierra is going to know what it's like to live in his brother's shadow. Let me tell you something, Stevie Phillips. It'll be a cold day in hell before Stan Sierra will ever walk in Stevie Phillips' shadow. Hell, I'd have to be a friggin' track star to do that, because the first time I come back to Georgetown, Kentucky, what did I do? I run your ass out of there. Then you come to PTW. What happens there? I run your ass out of Paris, Kentucky. So the only way that I'm going to ever stand over your shadow is I'm going to have to chase you down when I run you off and stand over your carcass after I beat your ass down to the ground. That's the only time that's the only time your shadow will ever be in the same place at the same time. Now, with that being said, Stevie Phillips, you showed your face, you spoke your piece, and you know what? You got me the first time. I was surprised. I will not be surprised again. And let me tell you this, you want to talk about family? Let me tell you something. I watch family closer than I do anybody, because family will stick a knife in your back quicker than a stranger on the street will. So I'll be watching behind my back. I'll be watching around every corner for you from here on out, Stevie Phillips. And I'm going to tell you this, if it's the last damn thing I do, I'm going to run your ass out of Paris, Kentucky again. And I'm going to run you out of Winchester. And I'm going to run you out of PTW altogether. Because you know what? I don't want you in PTW. Stan Sierra is the man in PTW. And there is no room for the Voodoo Child Stevie Phillips. So it's time for you to go again. And you know what, Stevie? If you don't like that, I got one thing to tell you and all the other fans in PTW and all the fans in Paris, Kentucky. You know what? You can just kiss this.